Every day, we wake up, go to work, go to sleep, and repeat. We find ourselves asking after some time, is this it? Is this all I'll be for the next 40 years? Well, despite a 20-hour flight, several language barriers, and the first earthquake to hit in over half a decade, I decided, no, this isn't it. But first, let's go back to the beginning.
Hello. Today is actually day 2 of my Thailand adventure. While I get ready for day 2, I figured I would explain day 0, day 1 a little bit better because there were some times where I was just really busy and I didn't have time to catch you guys up, so we can do that now. So to start with, there was a lot that needed to get done on day 0 all at once. Hello YouTube. My flight leaves tomorrow night, which means it is the day pretty much 24 hours before I am in the air, and I have not finished packing. I am very tired. My plan is to make some hot chocolate, drink it, and go to bed. But I figured I'd tell you guys why I'm not packing and why tomorrow is going to be just 20 times more chaotic than I wanted it to be. So I'm doing all the little things I need to do. Amongst them is get out some cash so that I can exchange it for Thai baht and Vietnamese dong when I'm in those countries. I get the cash, I tell the ATM, give me $700. I'm not planning to spend that much, but you never know. So I said, let me be safe. Give me $800. That's what I said. And the ATM said, okay, $800. Got you, bestie. And the thing opened. And you know the little latch that opens and you take your money out? The latch was closed. I said, Girly Pop, how am I supposed to get my money? So I'm out there trying to scramble and claw this money out of the freaking thing, but I'm wearing the nails right now. Wasn't no clawing gonna happen for real. So I get out as much money as I can, and then the thing closes and it's like, we cannot complete this transaction at this time. And I'm like, so on the receipt, it said it gave me $800. I counted, it gave me $700. I'm $100 short. So I have to call the bank, and they're telling me, okay, we'll try and fix it. Someone will get in contact with you. And I tell the man, I'm going out of town tomorrow. So if you're gonna contact me, you need to do it today because I cannot take calls after tomorrow. He says, yeah. They'll call you tomorrow before your flight. How much money y'all wanna bet them people not gonna call me? I leave the bank. I said, let me just go get my dinner and go home because I'm done. I'm sick of it. The little stuff I wanted to get, I'll just have to do without. I'm done. I go get my dinner. Get my little plate. Put it in the car. Put the key in the ignition. Turn. Car said, that don't sound like a car starting to me. That's not what I heard just now. Take the key out. Okay, no problem. Put it back in. What are we doing? What are we doing? I had to stop a few dads, men with children, grown men. I had to stop a few of them before I found one who knew even half of what he was talking about. And he couldn't fully help me because his car was electric. But we tried to jump with someone else's car. I had to go get a store employee. Didn't work with the jump. I called AAA. They send me a guy. Guy does some little hocus pocus magic. And then after he does his little messing around in my engine, he jumps the car again. It starts up. He says, yeah, it's an issue with your starter. If you turn the car off, it's not going to turn back on again. So wherever you take it, make sure that's where it needs to be. What? So of course I call my dad. No. I call my father. I say, sir, what do you want me to do with this vehicle? We decided that I should take it to the auto repair shop. Thing about the auto repair shop is it's closed. It is closed for business. So I just took the car there, parked it out front, And I'm gonna have to go back there tomorrow morning, see if they can fix my car in one day, and then I can bring it home. If they can't fix it in one day, I have to see if they can keep it for a month. If they can't fix it in one day and they can't keep it for a month, I don't know what I'm going to do with the car, because we have street cleaning on my street every week. So I can't leave the car on the street. I have to park it on the driveway. But I have to park it on the side of the driveway. And a tow truck cannot get the car on the side of the, like, I have to drive it there. So yeah, and then I came home and I said, okay, by the time I was done with my shopping, it was 7, but I didn't get home until 10. It is now 10:26. I said, let me just take 5 minutes to regroup, and then I'm gonna do some stuff. I took those 5 minutes, wasn't feeling regrouped. Took another 5, wasn't feeling regrouped. Took another 5, said, you know what? Forget this, child. So I'm going to be drinking this hot chocolate and going to bed. And we're just going to have to sort it out tomorrow. And I don't know. As long as I got my passport, I'll be able to get on a plane. So it just, the rest of it, like, we'll figure it out later. I can't. Okay. So they were able to take the car. They said they're going to try and fix it today. So hopefully I'll be able to get it tonight. Or this evening. Not tonight. This evening. Park it on, like, in the extra space in the driveway that I have. There is one roommate who parks in front of the driveway. Hoping that they don't remember not to do that today. I'm hoping that they do remember not to do that today, because it's going to irritate me if I have to try and find who this person is. Ask them to move their cars. Too much scrambling. It's too much stuff I don't have time for. So, gonna do that. But right now my priority is to get myself fed, get some coffee because I'm tired, and then finish packing. My job is open on the side. If anyone needs me, they can call me. But I literally have to do this. So, sorry. I had my breakfast. I got some very watery coffee together. And this girl at work just pissed me off so bad. Like, I've just noticed ways that she's irritating in ways that I'm like, I don't love that about you. And it all just culminated in one action that just pissed me off so bad. Like, I'm here asking ChatGPT, like, how do I professionally cuss this bitch out? But you know what? I don't even have time for this. I don't have time to be pissed off about this today. So we're gonna woosah. We're gonna let that shit go. I'm gonna pack a bag because ooh, she pissed me off. So I've already packed most of my suitcase. This is empty. So I'm trying to leave at least like a little room because I want to do some shopping. But I still have stuff that I want to put in here. So I don't know where this little room is going to come from, but we're going to make this happen. So here's the suitcase. I have not even started the carry-on, but we're going to get the suitcase squared away, weigh it, make sure, because for all my flights probably in Vietnam, my weight limit is 20 kilograms, I think, which I don't know how many pounds that is. I have to figure that out, but I do have a weight limit and I have a size limit, which is why I'm using this small suitcase. I originally wanted to take a bigger one, but it doesn't fit the size limit, and I got to make sure it fits the weight limit. People are not going to charge me extra. That's what's not going to happen. I'm still pissed off, but we're moving on. We're moving on. So I think my bag is packed. I might put this in my carry-on, which might clear up some space, but at the very least I have this much extra space. The main things I want to buy are a tote bag, sandals, and some shirts for the heat, which I think that could fit here, I think. So what we have is my tops here. I have one long dress, but I also have my short dresses in here. All those are my sleep clothes and fitness clothes and underwear. And then here are all my bottoms. And then this is going to be my tech and like extra random stuff drawer. Like this is a little phone pouch you put your phone in when you go snorkeling. Here's my medications. And then bras, socks, and bags. I have a purse and a fanny pack. This is all of my toiletries. I have an umbrella because it is going to rain some days. And I'm going through the mental dilemma of should I bring my rain boots? Dilemma because they're very big and I don't really have space for them. Also, they have a heel, so they're not great to walk in for long periods of time. So I'm like, maybe I'll just wear my sandals when it's raining and just have wet feet. I am charging my power block as well as my Bluetooth headphones. Gonna be charging my phone and my camera once those are done. And now I'm just doing some work really quick, just trying to rush through some stuff that I needed to do this morning so that then I can pack my carry-on and then rush through the stuff that I need to do in the afternoon, and then it'll all be done. It'll all be done. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my little computer to be typey and I'll come back to you guys. I'm gonna say once we're packed. Okay, I'm not packed. It's kind of hard to film this video because my life is flying at a mile a minute and but status update. It's noon. The flight leaves at 10 p.m. but it's an international flight. So I have my ride, coming to get me at 5. So we have 5 more hours to get everything sorted. I have just started doing my work. I mean, not just started, but I've been catching up on my work. And my manager just gave me another task, which is going to take a while. So I'm like, okay, let me do that. Before I do that, I need to text my landlord and ask her to ask whoever's car is in front of the driveway to move their car from out of the driveway. The auto repair place just called me. They said that they can fix it. It's going to be $350. Fine. Not like I'm about to spend a whole bunch on a trip, whatever. So I'm texting my landlord through the computer because I don't have time to type it on my phone with these nails. Like, I'm trying to woo-saw as we go, but I'm not feeling woo-saw-ified. Hi. Getting it. Thanks. Gonna say thanks already because it's not really a question. I just need you to do it. Okay. Now for my actual job, I have to collect this whole list. Okay. So yeah, child, I look so disheveled. I feel like I was just doing something, but I forgot. Oh, lunch. This might be a working lunch day. I hate a working lunch because I am not a hustle culture girly, but I mean, I took a good 2 hours in the morning. Well, part of it was before work, but I did take some time out to pack my bag. So maybe my lunch was as soon as this shift started because I don't know, girl, how we gonna do it all. So to update you guys on what I ended up doing at that time, they fixed my car. Luckily, the auto repair place was able to fix my car same day. My car actually did need a new battery. We weren't really sure if it was the battery or the starter because the first time we tried jumping it didn't work. But it did eventually. So it was the battery. We got a new one. I also got an oil change while I was there. I went and picked up my car at about 4 p.m. They closed at 5, so I had to go before work ended. So I finished out my last meeting, which ended up taking a very long time. And it was like, okay, like I understand we have things to do, but I can't with this right now. But I finished my last meeting, went and picked up my car. It was a little 10-minute ordeal. Came back, finished out work because of course, some things came out of that meeting, so I had to do stuff. And so then it was 5. I was supposed to leave the house at 5. Nothing was packed. So I look up the Vietnam bag restrictions because I wanted to make sure I was following them properly, and I realized I wasn't following them properly, but in a good way. What I thought I needed to have for my bag was actually a lot smaller than what I was actually allowed to have. So I was happy to hear that. I was thrilled, overjoyed, and I very quickly threw all of my stuff into a bigger suitcase so that I would not be stressed out and scrambling every time I needed to change hotels to like cram everything back into my teeny tiny little DVD suitcase. And I just was running around the house. I had to clean my dishes so they didn't get moldy in the sink while I was gone. I had to take out my trash so I didn't attract no bugs while I was gone. I had to park my car in our driveway, which sounds easy, but it's difficult because the way you get in the driveway, it's a very small amount of space to enter, and I had to park actually onto like a side extension of the driveway. So it was some real like, did you go to driving school type stuff? Because if not, you're really not going to get this car in here, like if we're being serious. I just had a lot that I needed to do, so that's why I wasn't filming at this time. I had to completely pack my carry-on. Wasn't a thing in there. It was just a lot. It was just a lot, and I didn't film it all. So I'm sorry I didn't film it all, but I'm not sorry that I made it to Thailand. One thing I was really worried about was the flight. My first flight was 16 hours, and I have extra leg room on every single flight except for that first one. Like my flights returning, my connections, all of that, extra leg room. That was the only flight where I didn't. So I was really concerned that I was just going to be uncomfortable the whole flight. I was not going to be living la vida loca. It was not going to be a good time, etc., etc. And so I got a couple of things to help me get through the flight, and I want to let y'all know what was helpful in case you find yourself in that predicament. So TSA pre-check, helpful. I thought it was only for domestic flights, so I actually got it when I was going back to Georgia to see my family for Christmas, but I was able to use it on this international flight, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I was looking at the regular like commoner line. I was like, oh, having gotten to the airport an hour late, if I had to go through that TSA line, don't know that I would have been on that flight. Don't know that at the end of the day, I would have been on the flight. The next thing that helped me was compression socks. My mom had me worried about blood clots, so I was just like, let me get some compression socks just in case. They went up to my knees. Just some pink little compression socks. I wore them while I was asleep. My legs didn't hurt, which they usually do. Even after like a 6-hour flight, my legs be hurting. So my legs didn't hurt, didn't get any blood clots that I know of. And my feet weren't swollen, like I just felt better. Compression socks, 10 out of 10. Another thing I got, like saline nasal spray. It's basically nothing in there but water, and you just spray it in your nose. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Because let me tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. My nose is going to be dry. I will be using that saline nasal spray even on land. It's not even a flight thing for me now. It's not an everyday thing. Because there's certain times a year my nose be dry. And it gets dry enough that eventually I just get a nosebleed. I got a gel seat cushion. It's like a honeycomb shaped gel thing. It felt very unnecessary to me. I was like, yeah, y'all just want me to buy stuff. But it was great, actually. It was great because on the 3-hour flight I had after my 16-hour from Hong Kong to Bangkok, I didn't use the seat cushion and my butt hurt when I left the flight. Just 3 hours. But using the seat cushion the whole first flight, it didn't hurt at all. Felt great. I was thriving in that chair. So yeah, I would recommend the seat cushion. Somehow I missed the sunrise. Like it was dark the whole time on the plane, and then by the time I made it out of security check, the sun was up. I got good sleep, 8 hours. Surprised myself, but the compression socks and the head strap, and the like nasal spray. I would say those were my top purchases. Pangs of anxiety reducing in frequency that I just don't wonder sometimes, like, what am I doing? Are we sure about this? But I already got on the plane, so. that was my experience getting here. I'm in Thailand now.
Once I made it to the hotel, it was actually too early to check in, and I was just feeling scared. I was in a foreign country, I was going to be there for a long time, I was in a foreign continent, I didn't speak the language. So I decided, you know what? This trip is about doing it and doing it scared. So I decided not only was I going to go out to eat, but instead of renting a taxi, I was going to rent something a little bit more Thai and a little bit more daring, if you will. I rented a motorbike, which is like a small motorcycle. I ended up using these all throughout my trip in Thailand. I love them, but my very first time was exhilarating, kind of scary, but it really was a great icebreaker, a great opener into my trip, and made me less scared to take on the rest of it. Although Thailand is Thai, they do have a very wide variety of foods nearby. So lots of Japanese food, lots of Korean, lots of Indian food. So for my first meal, I decided to play it a little bit safe and go for Japanese. And this plate was absolutely delicious. Katsu salmon. Never had it in the US, but here it was fire.
Welcome to the hotel tour. You come in, pop your key in there to get power. No smoking room. Yup. And we are welcomed with this lovely storage area. Sort of kitchenette situation, complete with kettle. And a not so mini fridge. It comes up to about my neck. It's quite big. And then we have a dresser, right? But I skipped the bathroom. She's nothing crazy, nothing wild. That's the toilet and a lovely adjustable height standing shower. Asian style, where the tub and the rest of the bathroom are all the same floor. Then when we get back into the bedroom, to the left we'll find our closet. This side includes a light. Just kidding. And there is like a locked drawer where I can stash some of my goodies. Right next to the wardrobe is a lovely seating space where I can eat, chill out. Got an empty bookshelf, a little bit more storage, and a lovely big mirror to check my outfits. Behind these lovely leaf wall dividers is a lovely, moderately sizable TV, a desk and chair where I will be doing my work, unless I leave the hotel, which is also possible. And, of course, the bed. She's low to the ground, but very sizable. There's an AC unit, which I'm going to turn on in a moment. And my balcony has a bug net and a lovely city view.
After enjoying my hotel and winding down with dinner, I decided to check out the town again, and I went to the mall. So there are three main malls in Bangkok. There's MBK or MKB, I can't remember. The Siam malls, SIAM, it starts with that, and the M malls, it starts with EM. So I'm at the M malls today. I went to M Sphere, I think. Anyways, these are like high-end malls, rich people money, not really my vibe, but they had this cute food court with just a bunch of stuff to look at. I ended up getting a vanilla like puff and some boba. I don't actually like boba, like I don't like tapioca pearls, but I like the drink that it comes with. I didn't realize this was boba when I bought it. I thought it was just the drink, but you know what? Take what I can get out here, and I just enjoyed the beauty of the mall. It was a real wrap up to my night. I didn't expect it to be as well decorated as it was. It was lovely to look at. They had this corner that was like covered in pandas for some reason. It was just a cute place to be and a nice way to round out my first night in Thailand. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the shopping that I did, and then we are going to wrap it up for the night, and I'll see you in the next video where we really get into the madness of Thailand. And there's this super coquette, cutesy kind of store that it seems like is out of my price range. So yes, it's out of my price range. Look at this colorway. I love this color combo. Like, are you gagged? I'm pretty gagged by that one. Pretty gagged. And then they have like these, they get smaller and smaller. Look at this one. Gentle little woman. A little teeny tiny useless bag. I just like the silhouettes of the clothes. Actually, this shirt was what made me come in. The pants I don't like, but the shirt, yeah. But I'm not really in a gentlewoman tax market. I bought one half of the main two things. One half of the main two things I came in here for, and now I'm getting distracted by a makeup store. Because I have wanted a lip tint, but in the US, I can never find one that actually is a lip tint. Like, they'll call it a lip tint, and it's just some nonsense. Like, I know they exist, it's just when I walk in the store, they're not there.